Hi guys, it's Kien and we are live from the Brojo, and I'm here doing a different kind of podcast video. It's a singular video, a singular voice podcast. I decided that I would start making videos, anime videos by myself. Like, we're still working on Fanime, but Max is unfortunately got a new job, and that has been taking a lot of time away from that. So I decided to do another anime style podcast called Should You Give It a Shot? I see a lot of people do a lot of these kind of podcasts, and I thought that, I'm not jumping on a bandwagon. I do have reasonings of why I want to do this. It's actually going to be more older animes for people who haven't seen a lot of the older animes, such as Toriko, Yu Yu Hakusho, and all these. But the first one I wanted to try to do with this is Recovery of an MMO Junkie. So, with the fall anime season approaching its end, and I can finally take a look and break down one of my new favorite animes to come out in this season, and that is, of course, as I said, the Recovery of an MMORPG Junkie. The first trailer, which we talked about in our fall animes, What to Expect, you can watch in the link down below. The trailer did not interest me at all. If you have listened to anything in my channel, you will know I'm not a big fan of romance animes besides Toradora and Snow White with the red hair. But to me, the romance was in the background of why I love this series, all bringing up in this video because I want to give you my 3 reasons why I love Recovery of an MMORPG Junkie and why you should give Recovery of an MMORPG Junkie a shot. So, there are 3 reasons why I enjoyed this series. The characters, the story, and how they handle the love story. I want to start off with this, that I love the characters as my first reason why. I absolutely adore the show. The main character, Moriyoko, is one of my favorite anime characters come out of these modern day anime batch. As how sporadic and crazy she can be, almost a parody of your everyday introvert, she actually feels so real. Under the exterior of this awkward and weird character lies a true human being. A person who is longing for purpose after working a mundane 9 to 5. She's a person who wants more with her life. Something that she thinks is worth living for, even if it means sitting at her desk playing an MMORPG. The way she can't react to the world, but has no problem talking in MMORPG world, is real. The way people act. I know, for me, it's a lot easier to talk through a screen as I'm talking to right now, than in front of people. Morioka is such a complex character. She has goals, even though they're simple. She has complex feelings of life and what it means to live. The one thing I want to point out about this feeling of complexity of what it means to live is there's a scene that illustrates it perfectly. She's walking in a crowd of faceless people in suits, falling to their demise. She's scared, and she runs the other way. Wanting to break out of the system, Moriyoko tries not to be the person. She's complex. She has self-worth issues. She's lonely. She doesn't see herself being amazing like all the other characters do. I think that anyone can relate to one of these things. Her loneliness, not feeling like there is anyone she can talk to. Her self-worth, not knowing that she's worth it even though people say she is all the time. She is, in fact, one of the greatest anime characters I've seen in a while, to be honest with you. And I'm going to touch very briefly on Yutai Sakura, the other main character of the story. He's a young man who works a lot and finds release during this time, uses MMORPGs as an escape. He mirrors Morioka. As much as I would love to get into his concept of his character, that it actually honestly bleeds into the reason why I love this story, which is because the story is about escapism. Escapism is the avoidance of unpleasant, boring, atrocious, scary, or banalist aspects of daily life. It can also be used as a term to define the actions of people take to help relieve persisting feelings of depression and general sadness. This embodies escapism in both characters, not liking who they are in the real world, or just want to escape the reality of the world that the 2 main characters are in. So, the 2 main characters in real life change their genders and personalities in the video game world. Morioka is using escapism to escape the life she lived, working endless hours, slaving away at the 9-to-5 job, while Sakurai uses it to cope with the loss of his parents. In the 8th episode, you find out that Sakurai uses the original MMORPG that they played before Fruits de Mer to escape the death of his family, coping with the loss of the people he loves. He sells his house and lives in a small apartment. He finds family in this new MMORPG and feels safe and warm with it. The character he is playing with and uses later on is Lily. So Lily is the avatar in Fruits de Mer. This character he uses to make the trying to just escape his life. He wants to be a whole new different person. He doesn't want to be Sakurai. He wants to be this cute, adorable character that doesn't have to worry about any problems. So he finds comfort. These characters are trying to find comfort from the things they dislike about themselves, and they find it with comfort in this game. I think this reflects around anyone who delves in escapism. Like, my escapism is obviously anime. Say if I've had a long day, I'll watch a bunch of anime. I'll rewatch Cowboy Bebop. I'll watch this and feel warm-hearted. I'll look at Sword Art Online and be like, maybe not. So, now I'm going to go into this right away for my third reason. And I said the third reason was the love story. And I'm going to go into this in all honesty. Personally, I don't like the way they meet. I think it's 1 in a million happenstance, and that it is played off very cliche in the beginning. But after it's played off very cliche in the beginning, you start rooting for the characters. You start finding out that these characters may know each other in real life. That Sakurai was the person Morioka bumped into, and as Morioka explaining this to Sakurai's avatar, who has no idea, you start to realize that Sakurai is like, oh no, I might actually like her. Now, but to know how they react, like, honestly, I thought that was all meh. But no. How they react to the love story is something of pure genius and pure understanding to me. At least for a person like me. So I'm going to be super personal about the end of the third reason of why I like this. Personally, these are two socially awkward people falling in love with each other. It starts with Morioka falling in love with Sakurai as the avatar of Lily, then falling in love with Sakurai himself. They both are extremely indecisive about their feelings. Morioka feels she isn't worth it herself for having someone like him fall in love with her, and Sakurai believes she would never fall in love with him. Now, this is going to get extremely personal about why I think I love this love story so much, is because in the beginning, their self-worth really kicks in. Morioka's anxiety about someone actually liking her really hits home with me, because when anyone, I don't like compliments. I don't like any of that kind of stuff. And I really relate to that character in that way, because being told that you're worth it really makes her feel awkward, as so do I. So at the end of the series, when she finally says, like, she wants to be better, not just for her, but also for him, because she wants to be with him, really spoke to me on an emotional level. That's why I think I love the love story in this, because it's not your average love story. It's two awkward people trying to figure out how to explain to each other how they feel about each other. So, all in all, I think I would give MMORPG... The reasons why you should give Recovery of an MMORPG Junkie a shot is because the characters are amazing. The story of escapism is interesting. And if you're an awkward person, you'll understand the love story. So, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you really like anime, I guess. And I've been Kien, and have a good day.